Not generally, but I feel like it makes sense. I understand it. Do I like it? Maybe not. Especially when you're facing elimination. But then again, they can make it work. It works versus the Uranus. So yeah, you have your execution factor. I'm just afraid that the overwhelming damage coming out from the Eudora as well as the Hardy might be a problem for them.
Yeah, you got to remember the Ballman came through back when this meta started to develop in the wild cards, played in the hands of Boyet, I believe it was, from Team Falcon's meta, made this pick work, and we saw it a couple times, right, throughout the different stages of MSC, and now this time Rune Eaters decide to go with it, and they're going to be facing up with the last pick Glue for Pro Esports. So this is something that I think we're going to have to see in motion to really get a sense of where Rune Eaters want to go with this. The problem is it's built on this fact of let's go and play into these arrows. And we've seen this before, Wolf. If these arrows, these abyssal arrows are not landing on your marks, you really don't have much to work with. So then you have to rely on the Marcel and Sora to set things up and hope that Ballman doesn't get shut down, right? King doesn't get shut down like he did on the Leomord in the previous game, because you really can't do too much. Like, you have to be able to go ahead and be supplemented by your team to make the Ballman work and fight for objectives. And that's just not what we saw in game one. So hopefully this adjustment will be enough for Rune Eaters to actually contest into objectives, actually contest into some of these early fights and win them for their favor. That's what's going to be crucial here in this game too.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be seeing the setup here for Pro Esports, slowly diving into Spalmond type of gameplay that is going to be the gamble for Rune Eaters. This is potentially their last match, and they decided to go for the Balman. Pro Esports, not much of any kind of risk actually with their composition, a very standard hero lineup that they have. And this has, a lot of other teams have proven that this works against the Melissa already. So all they have to do right now for Pro Esports is just to play this as it is intended.
See what they can make work here. Again, the Ballman's a risk, but it's a risk that can pay off as long as they play against the setup that we're expecting here already. Mid lane, some poke can happen here. Again, arrows being thrown out. Saw's going to deal with a lot of the damage. He'll go ahead and regen up off of this. This is one of the things that P has to do too. He's just got to kind of try to protect these green camps if he can. At least try to fight for them and like, you'll hold on.
Yeah, they want to go in for some kind of kill here because they have committed the flicker as well for PPP. But it seems like it's just a way for Pro Esports to kind of stabilize and Rune Eaters. Woo, look at this. Rise 4T. Or is it Riz or Rise? But he's definitely rising to the occasion as he's able to force Kozen out of the lane with very low HP and will actually miss a lot of minions down the bottom lane. Well done coming out from the Melissa.
Okay, very good there. Again, able to go ahead and survive where you can. I think Rise, this is another thing that they had to do, but they're fighting for the first turtle.
For the first turtle down with 4 of their members, but of course the lethal counter into the retribution, very easy to take that turtle for themselves. Pro Esports happy to just get out of there scot-free. They do end up giving away the turtle, but Rune Eaters, that is definitely how they want to approach this early game. Just take objectives left and right. Kozen still struggling into this bottom lane. The models, so much damage. He's so low right now. He can't even stay.
Okay. He's going to regen. This is so dangerous, Kozen.
Oh, dangerous indeed.
Oh, no.
No flicker for PPP. No, Kozen. No, PPP just wants to make sure that Kozen gets level 4. Tashtic is already looming in the corner. 4 members of Rune Eaters wants to dive Kozen. In comes Giga with the lethal counter. As one hit is all it took. They take him down. And a big early game lead for Rune Eaters.
Okay, big pickup for Rune Eaters. That's what they need to do. I think Kozen was just being a little too, confident there. He had the flicker available. He wanted to hit level 4 without going to base. And then he gets punished for it. So good choice there from Rune Eaters. Now up top, you're going to go ahead and, again, this is a Sora. You're not going to just get this deadly magic off. So it's more of a dead lane for now. Trying to control it. We'll see if Rune Eaters does anything off of this. Again, they build a small lead up. But Pro Esports playing the map will go ahead and get what they can here. Off of this again, Rune Eaters make it a play down to the gold. It looks like, are they still fighting 1v1 in the gold?
Oh, Kozin is low, but he feels like he can actually win this. PvP has to tank that arrow, but onto the backline, Stashtic is there. The flicker in, golden hour. The setup is there. Isolating Kozin. Free for Rice to take. What a great usage of the golden hour, even blocking the turret as well. Rune Eaters into the gold lane is what they're targeting, and the arrow lands, and that's definitely gonna be a kill. Okay,
wow.
PvP survives with the skin of Steve.
He survives. Flying clouds to bring him back. They're going to go ahead and get this turtle, though. I think they're going to secure this again because Coily is not a part of this fight. There's been really good attention by Rune Eaters on that gold lane. Kozin being outplayed right now against Rise and the rest of the team from Rune Eaters here. Second turtle secured. Bit of a gold lead now built up, 1,000 gold or so for Rune Eaters. We'll see what the adjustments are going to be here, because if you can delay Kozin, continue to scale up. I mean, Rise is 2 levels ahead right now. They've done such a good job at stopping Kozin from hitting this power spike on the Clint. He's going to have to rely on the rest of the team to help him catch up here. But this has just been really good at focusing on one of the main things they needed to fix from game 1, allow Rise a better time. Kozin relying on Saw there.
And to try to control the mid again, Stashtic is so offensive right now for Pro Esports to handle. It's that is going to be the rapid boots built after the Thunderbelt. So he's got his Thunderbelt a while back now. And you know how easy it is to stack up on those Thunderbelt stacks. Verb wants to go in, actually receiving so much damage from Pro Esports, but shrugs it off. Half HP right now. There's the blue with the ultimate. There is the golden hour going to be used as well. They are going to be able to kill the Balmond, and now Dashtik is trapped. Does have the dash. Gets out of there. The big kill for Pro Esports, actually.
Yeah, that's a kill they needed, but a good push down bot too. Rise won't be able to get the turret. OP.
Oh, going in. Go away. It's going to be used, but the refresh on the ultimate. PPP will have to back down for now. Dashtik. And the guy look at the setup of the arrow. That's one connecting. Now they're obliterating Pro Esports. Now, did you see that combo? He knew that the arrow was already flying, so he used the framed moment to set that up for that. The chain stun was good. Rune Eaters are now leading by so much against Pro Esports.
Really, really good setups here happening right now, man. Again, we mentioned they're going to have to play around the arrow. Well, that one paying dividends now. This turtle, third one, going to go over to King, able to go ahead and secure it. Another arrow being thrown out, and Pro Esports now scrambling.
Scrambling indeed. Oh, look at that. The Babud is very tanky, but he eventually falls. The damage up of the Pro Esports, Sorry, I'm Felix, in the middle of 3 members of Rune Eaters, actually fending off the members of Rune Eaters by his lonesome. And the arrow onto Sa prevents any further fights happening here in the middle. And on the other side, Zuki, the Sora, is able to push a turret.
Look at the difference here in the gold lane. 1.5 is the majority of that gold lead right now. It's been a phenomenal job by Rise to go ahead and build up on this Melissa. And you know that power spike is going to be deadly for Pro Esports to fight into. And so what they're hoping for is that Kozin can somehow catch up. He was down about a level and a half. He still is down a level right now. But this Clint, we know that it can be deadly if you catch up to it at a time, and that's why Pro Esports is trying to delay this out. I'd like to see Rune Eaters take this advantage they have, get themselves the first Lord, and then start marching some of these base turrets down of Pro. They just cannot get played across the map. I think that's what Pro Esports is really trying to put pressure on. Yeah. You know, allow Coily to go do his thing. Again, he hasn't been a big part of these fights, you know, as he tries to go ahead and build up and scale up on this Harley. And he's maintaining level, you know, level with King. I think that's one of the big things that they have to watch out for, because as he builds up, you can already see he's got the Genius Wand and Divine Glaive now. The whole plan here is to 0 to 100 someone, or 100 to 0 someone, to get that numbers advantage.
It's right now, as it stands, it's difficult for Pro Esports to get into that zone, But it's not impossible because it's just 1,000 lead now for Rune EATERS. However, Rune EATERS presses the attack, it's going to be difficult, especially on the upcoming Lord right now, which I feel like is Rune EATERS' next target. They cleared out the wave in the middle. They're poising to look into this this Lord. Rice is actually in here, and they go for the initiation on this one. Go away already. First up on the shifting skies onto the backlines. No follow-up though, just King Verb. It's going to be enough. They take on the Eudora on the other side. They take on the Melissa. Exchange of prisoners for both teams. 1-for-1. And now Pro Esports, I think they want to go and wrap around the members of Rune EATERS now. Sorry, I'm Felix far too forward. He is a Uranus. On the other side, PPP does not have the ultimate for now. Eventually has it, but Pro Esports are going to be happy just clearing out the waves and stopping that Lord take.
Yeah, again, Wolf, the game plan here is to delay as much as they can. Shtick, he's going to be able to survive with the golden hour.
Okay, Dookie going to the backlines, eliminating the jungler. He wants to kill Sa as well. The damage gets a double, only on his lonesome. But now Pro Esports, can they get a trade at least? It seems like they will take out the Sora, but the Lord now taken by King Verb. G-Verb from Rune EATERS. And it's because of that Sora going to the backlines, punishing the Harley, that Rune EATERS were able to take that Lord convincingly.
Oh, really good decision here by Rune EATERS to kind of follow through. I thought they'd just be delayed further, but Pro Esports, they're slowly getting back into this game. Again, you have to take a look at the gold lead that was built up by Rune EATERS. Pro Esports has found little moments and ways to not let it slip too far ahead. They've got to deal with this Lord though, but Rune EATERS off of this, they have to now kind of shift focus on making sure that Rise is okay. Like we just saw with the go away, they can still follow through. Again, there's good magic damage burst, and also when you have P just sticking onto you, Rise needs that support. And arrow's gonna land, the mono damage is true. Whoa! Sorry, I'm Felix, they're gone.
Just like that, and now Sa is gonna be next on the chopping block. Push coming up from Rune EATERS. There will be the holy defense going on the backlines. Wants to take a Rise, but Zuki was there to protect his teammate. They want to punish this one. Oh, go away! Perfectly timed to punishment onto Coily. Oh, Pro Esports have lost their jungler, and now they will have to defend without him. In comes King G-Verb, forcing out the damage output onto PPP. Glue survives. Holy Shields pop in the bottom lane. Means that Rune EATERS now have an angle to push. Rise is dealing so much damage on the turrets. It comes the flying clouds. Oh my goodness, they do take him out because of the damage of the Eudora. Sa now in trouble. That gotta be the exchange. G-Verb is gonna receive the ultimate of the glue, but he is very tanky. Even the Uranus is not enough to deal the damage. They actually survive for it. Now it goes in. Now he's dealing the damage. King G-Verb out, and now Dashik is next. Good exchange from both teams. And the Pro Esports defend their turret.
Oh, a really good fight into the base there. And again, you're starting to see Kozin is catching up. He has been the move here for Pro Esports to allow him to build up, cause enough delay for Rune EATERS. Now, again, they almost got that base turret down. But the problem is they stayed a little bit too long into that fight. And they got to remember, it's flying clouds. They can bring back the members of Pro Esports quickly back to the fight. And that's what happens. They got collapsed down. You can see the gold lead still maintained mostly across the field here for Rune EATERS, except in the jungle. But that's okay. They have to continue to protect Rise if they want to get to a game 3. The next time they fight for this Lord here in about 12 seconds is crucial. Oh, golden hour used.
And now we're used immediately right now onto the backlines. They want to go for the Star Shift. This guy's catching two with King G-Verb on there. They catch Sa. B is in trouble. Sorry, on Felix onto the other side now. Rise dealing the damage onto the Uranus with 3 members on top of the Uranus. It's going to be enough. And they have taken out 4 members of Pro Esports really quickly. Zuki again on this Sora, making so much work for Rune EATERS. Coily wants to clear the waves, so they can probably end this. They're stopping Coily from defending. They're stopping him from clearing the waves. They have 5 of their members in here. Damage onto Coily. Coily out. And Rune EATERS, they return domination in kind as we force game number 2. Oh, not yet though, bro. Esports, they still defend for some reason.
What? They actually defend. They almost had it. Rune Eaters were so close. Pro Esports will stay in the game at the cost of Coily's life. And now they'll make a blitz to the ward here after the reset. Once again, Pro Esports nearly losing it there. But if they continue to make the mistakes they've been making, Rune Eaters is going to take them to game 3. They've got control around the Lord right now. P is going to go ahead and spot this out. They just have to wait. Rise needs to come back up. Tashtik is almost there too in a couple seconds here. Pro Esports, though, they might have just bought themselves another opportunity.
I'm sorry for the Cambodian community. I really thought that was over already. But they hang on. And the next question is, can they fight in this Lord dance? 14 minutes in. Coily.
Oh, Tashtik.
Left push. Oh, actually finds. Oh, Tashtik is going to be taken out. But in exchange, it will take out the Selena. That's a 1-for-1. That's actually 2 down. On the side of Rune Eaters, Coily finding the right angle to take out the Selena. Well done. Coming out from Coily once again. Just like a magician finding something out of his hat, and all of a sudden Pro Esports are in command. They take the Lord for themselves. Rune Eaters, oh my goodness, how quickly they crumble against Pro Esports.
Oh, that was a fumble, Wolf. You know, to not just lose Tashtik, but also Ulvin on that Selena. Again, you have to be so careful. Even though you already took down some base turrets and you nearly won the game, you still have to keep the head on the shoulders here. Because Pro Esports, they know how to punish as well. Rune Eaters punished them in the previous exchange, and then they just got counter-punished. And now it's a Lord marching in favor of Pro Esports. And this whole time, they've delayed Kozin, but now he's pretty much online, picking up a Hunter Strike. You can see his itemization. He's even got the Sky Piercer. He's going full glass cannon on this Clint. And all they have to do is follow through off the lightning bolt from Saw. It's now with the Lord making his way down bot. A split push happening up top. Double buffs for Kozin. This is so tough for Rune Eaters. They got to make sure they do their due diligence and they keep things under tow. They're going to try to hold on to this mid turret. Meanwhile, tier 2s up top and bottom are at threat here as Coily is up top. Tier 1 mid going to fall. Pro Esports looking for a moment here. The wings picked up. Guardian wings for Saw. Tashtik actually going to go ahead and eat the deadly magics. He'll be fine, though. They just want to maintain. Their base turrets are at threat. This Lord at quarter the health. It shouldn't hit this base turret, but all tier 2s fall.
Massive swing in favor of Pro Esports right now. Sorry, I'm Felix. Happy to take the damage as the Uranus will just shrug it off with the ultimate. Up top, you can see Coily looking for a target, looking for any bonus elimination. As Pro Esports have swung back this game in their favor when it comes to the goal. They still have lost 2 of their inhibitor turrets. So that is still an advantage for Rune Eaters. But you gotta take note of the hero composition here for Pro Esports. Onto the back. Nice golden hour committed. They want to catch Coily this time. Can they take him down? It seems like Coily is surviving for now. Suki almost takes him out, but Coily will not be able to survive. When he returns to his hat, the rest of Rune Eaters were there. Good find coming out from Rune Eaters.
Yeah, really good response there. He's been trying to take down Tashtik multiple times now. And I think, you know, for Coily to make that happen, he needs Saw with him to kind of get that initial burst down. And he's got to watch out for that golden hour. But Rune Eaters is doing a great job right now. You're going to go ahead and look for an opportunity here. They got 15 seconds before Coily's back up. But Pro Esports won't push anything. The Lord is going to come up in 10, though. And they've got 2 base turrets down. So the upper hand right now, the advantage is to Rune Eaters as they still maintain the base turrets. Lord is going to be up. King will make his way here. He's got the immortality. See if he can take a risk with this. But now, full force, Pro Esports is up. They want to go ahead and contest this. Oh, Tashtik.
Oh, golden hour from Tashtik, but that was far too early. The deadly magic received by the Marcel Kingkeeper gets the Lord. This time, Coily onto the backline, getting hit by the arrow. Wolfin actually eliminates him, and now the ultimate summoner from PPP not going to get a kill for now. Zuki is going to be taken out. The base in shambles for Pro Esports. You have to take care of that. They will be able to get back for now. And Sa will be there to defend it. Lord now in favor of Rune Esports. Rune Eaters, I mean. But they have lost their Sora.
And we lost the Sora. Not sure if they're going to be able to catch anyone off of this unless some amazing play from Tastic. That's why he's swinging off on this off angle, but he's going to be spotted out by Sorry and Felix as they want to hold this Lord here. 10 seconds for Coiler to be up. Going to drop it down. That Lord's going to be worked on very quickly because Kozin is there with Sa, and they hold down that front line as their jungler is back up now. So Rune Eaters will have to reset once again. Wolf. What an amazing game 2 already. 19 minutes in, Rune Eaters are fighting to get to game 3. Again, the home crowd team, the home team here, Rune Eaters from Kazakhstan, fighting for their lives to stay in the series.
And how about that Pro Esports defense earlier? At 14 minutes, you would think that the game has already ended, but they have extended this game up until 19 minutes. Maybe even more, as we're going to wait a minute and a half before the next Lord appears. Gotta watch out for where Tastic will come from. Seems like their MO right now is to go to the backline, set up for the golden hour that will be followed up by an arrow. And for Rune Eaters, they do have this win condition all the time because of the arrow. If it lands on a good target in the latter portions of the game, you know how deadly it could be.
Yeah, these arrows are serving a multi-purpose here. Not just if they do land, but also the traps obviously helping scout things out. Gotta keep tabs on Pro Esports here, and they've been playing around that. They just don't want to get caught either. Because now Pro Esports, itemization-wise, pretty in a good position to go ahead and eat some of these arrows, eat some of the damage. That's why it's crucial here. Winter Crowns are going to be picked up, placed around. Immortalities, as we've seen too, Wolf. You know, there's just so many options now in terms of items to swap in and out. Dushki has been doing it on the Sora, man. He's been doing a really good job at trying to get to that back line, put enough pressure there, and make something happen. It's really difficult if you are on a Clint, you know, because you either have to choose, am I going to rely on myself to just survive, right? I've got a little kind of dash with the bola, but then you've got the flicker. Earlier, like we mentioned, he's on the glass cannon build. I'm not sure if he's going to pick up... at this point, Kozin can just switch in one of the defensive items if it wants to pick up Immortality if he wants to, or something else. But now this is crucial. It's an evolved Lord. We didn't even get to see this in some of the previous series because the games were so quick. But now, post the 18-minute mark, into the 21-minute mark, you have this. That bottom wave's got to be cleared. They already see that, so they can blitz this Lord.
Definitely blitz this Lord. King G for mounted the backline, shifting skies to follow it up with. They want to go for a Coily kill right now, but Coily is defended. King G for is low. Lord has been reset. Tastic being taken out by Kozin from the other side. Now Coily will dodge that initiation again from Rune Eaters. That's the second initiation that they have taken out. Zuki in trouble. Zuki with the deadly magic. Now he is taken out. Unstoppable is Kozin. And Pro Esports have turned it around once again. The outplays, the way that they're escaping the initiations of Rune Eaters, it's just so good for Pro Esports.
Man, Pro Esports, I understand what Tastic was trying to do. He was trying to go ahead and delay Kozin from getting there to the fight, but then he lost the 1v1. And so they have to deal with this. Lord secured, and that is an evolved Lord past the 22-minute mark. This is going to be a true test for Rune Eaters because this is going to be tough to deal with. Rise has to have the positioning in favor here because he's got to help clear this out. Dushki will be back up for this fight, but Pro Esports knows this and they'll slowly walk towards this base of Rune Eaters. I'm just not sure, you know, having the Selena, having this lineup, how good the clear is going to be on the high ground defense against this Evolved Lord.
And it's not going to be easy, for sure. Because they don't have the traditional wave clear that we're looking for from mid laners. This is the Selena. They do have the Melissa for this one, but they can expose themselves so much. Rune Eaters have already tasted the victory. They were so close. Heroics coming out from Coily. And the fact that the minion waves have spawned, it meant that they couldn't end it, but now it's the other way around the jump in. Tashtic onto the back lines. Going for the back. King G for one of the pop season where Tatino's already taken out. There is the golden hour to the back lines. There's nobody to follow up with. Coily escapes death once again. Soria and Felix wants to jump in forward and receive the damage of Rune EATERS, providing information for Pro Esports. Kozen is now taken down. This Marcel, he does have the damage. Godlike is Kozen. They jump in with Soria and Felix onto the back lines, and now it's over. Definitely over. Pro Esports were at the brink of defeat, but now they take the 2-0.
Rune EATERS was so close. They nearly had it going to a Game 3 against Pro Esports, but that just won't happen here. A hard-fought win for Pro Esports in this Games of the Future.